Hey, so I'm doing my second video discussion. I'm going to try and pronounce this right, but it's probably not going to be right. What does 8AE0F036 have to teach us in 2018? That was the question for this discussion. So it starts out saying that the people of the town hate their commander and that they hope that he doesn't ever return. And but when he does return, they praise him very heavily and offer gifts to him, which is kind of confusing. But if you think about it, a lot of people in today's world actually act like this towards people. They'll say one minute that they don't like someone, and then the next minute they're like all about them, you know. I guess the reason that they act that way towards the commander is because they're scared of him. Mostly the women are scared of him because he forces them to sleep with him. I guess this could kind of make the men scared too if the commander was trying to sleep with their wives or something. But then it talks about the part when Laurencia and Frondoso are in the woods and they're talking because they're secretly in love, but they don't want the commander to know. So when they're in the woods, the commander shows up and he's hunting. So Frondoso goes and hides, and Laurencia is there to meet the commander. And the commander tries to rape her, and Frondoso is in love with her, so of course he's not going to let that happen. So he threatens the commander with his bow, and the commander, stops doing what he's doing, and Frondoso and Laurencia run off. In the end of the story, they end up getting married, and during their wedding, the commander comes in and arrests both of them. Well, Frondoso was going to be hung, and Laurencia and a whole bunch of other people make this plan to overthrow and kill the commander. And they actually succeed in doing this, and the commander ends up dying. But they send some people to the town to investigate and try and find out who killed the commander. The town decides that they're going to say the town itself was the one who killed the commander and that it was nobody. They're trying to say that the town was getting revenge on him for acting the way he did. And everybody goes along with that, so the people who came to investigate kind of decide that they're just going to go along with it too. But yeah, that was the overall story. I enjoyed reading it. It was pretty interesting to me. But what it has to teach us is that you shouldn't hide your love for someone, even if it means upsetting others and sacrificing things. You shouldn't be scared of what someone's going to think. And it also talks about how the commander was so controlling, and I think that should teach us not to be controlling because of the way the commander ended up dying. So basically his revenge came for him for acting the way he did towards people. And I also think that it teaches us not to take advantage of women, for men not to take advantage of women in sexual ways like prostitution and things like that, because that could also cause revenge. But yeah, I think that's what it has to teach us in 2018.